Stop chasing dollar. How you can build an online business in 2020. Inflation, economic pressure. The pressure has built sustainable businesses. Everyone is under pressure. The naira is rising, dollars against the dollar. Peter Drucker once said, the best way to predict the future is to build it. Most people are trying to predict the dollar. Entrepreneurs create value regardless of the currency. So if you're an entrepreneur, you're a business owner, you create dollar through your business. A reality check. The school fees are rising, rents increasing, cost of fuel is going on high roof. Social media pressure to earn in dollar. Every channel you tune is how to make dollar earning. Desperation is expensive. It makes people pay for shortcuts. That's exactly the scenario and what we are facing right now. Listen, the truth about dollar income is what I'm going to reveal to you today. If you are watching this live YouTube, listen, number one, currency does not equal wealth. The truth about dollar income. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. God forbid. And that's why we're talking today, making sure you don't do that. The danger of explaining this, or the main benefit of explaining this, is to make sure you're not trapped into this. Earning in dollar with our system will mean trading time. True wealth equals system plus assets. How do you make that happen? That's exactly what I'm talking about today. Most dollars income earnings quit within 6 to 12 months. They quit. Why did they quit? No differentiation. They can't differentiate. Nobody can actually differentiate between A, B, C. It's almost copy-paste. No long-term plan. No pricing structure. Everybody's just running a rat race. That's the point. Rat race. Trying to beat up. No clientele retention. No strategy. My name is Nwali Tochukwu. I'm talking to you live on the TD Studio Hub from the background of an entrepreneur and author of two ex-book. This is not a motivational. It's not business failure statistics. I'm not here to reel out what you hear or read. Global market rewards specialization. Number 3, like I said from my opening statement, Adam Smith, the wealth of nations, once said, the division of labor is limited by the extent of market. Listen, market, global market reward system, the reward structure. That's how you can be able to tap into the dollar rat race. Let me explain in simple terms. The global market is large. We all know that it's very large. But you must specialize deeply to compete with, the global customers and the global giants. Generalizing struggles, you generalize struggles, specialist scale, almost everywhere, you are everywhere. The real entrepreneurial model is what you will listen to this live as I speak to you. I'm going to break it down to these 4 pillars. The 4 pillars is what I'm going to break it now. Pay attention here. If you want your life to be better than it was, then this is for you. If you're a business owner, a working class, do you want to change this 2026? This is for you. 1, skill depth, economic modes. You must have a new skill. Charlie Munger said, the big money is not in the buying or selling, but in waiting. Are you ready to wait? Do you have the guts to wait? Let me explain so that you understand what I'm saying today. Skill mastery takes time. If you want to master one skill, most quit before compounding begins, before the results of the input, what we call delayed gratification. How do you equate this to the real factor? Now, practical solutions on how you can build this and wait until the results start coming in. Pick one monetization skill. Monetization skill. One, what do you do when you pick it? Study it deeply. Master it. Master the crafts. Become above average. Because the market is good, but the best wins. Build proof. People want to see what you've done. Number two, system and structure thinking. Michael E. Giba, the email, once said, system permits ordinary people to achieve extraordinary results. That's Michael Giba, the author of the email, one of the best famous novel that has been written in the United States, talking about small business owners working on the business instead of building the business. Let me explain. Without system, every client feels new. You feel new anytime you have new clients. Because if you have a system and structure, it's going to diminish those things. Every project feels chaotic because there's no structure, there's no system that put in place to be able to make things easy. Income fluctuates. That's what you face when there is no system and structure. Practical solution for business owners, entrepreneurial startup is what I'm going to talk about. An individual, of course, yourself that is listening and watching this YouTube, create onboarding process. If you own a business, you must have a place where customer can easily click and takes them to where they can fill their names and then make purchase happen. That's why you see Amazon and the rest of that. Create delivery funnel where people can buy, they can make decision. Create follow-up system where the system can automate and follow up with their client without having human being do that. Create feedback loop. When customer is not satisfied with the service, and then of course they'll be able to someone who can address the issue. Of course, leverage on the legal. Let me explain many platforms that are shut down, account payment, processing freezes funds, government regulate digital earnings. Many funds are trapped because of invading a legal requirement. I'm going to give you a quote. Risk comes from not knowing what you are doing. Warren Buffett made this quote. Listen, if you don't follow the legal requirements that where they ignore when they're talking on the online space, you hear all kind of things over there. They're not telling you the truth. Understand platform rules. Most of you operate on the platform that are structured like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. They have rules and policies. Understand basic regulations and obligations. You use those platforms and then you will earn in foreign currency. Use proper documentation. Some they require documentation, their social security, the IDs, whatever the format, do it. Separate personal from business identity. Some people who owns business, especially small business, they mix those things up. Brand and trust compounding. You need to build their brand identity. Is what people will know you for. Let me use a quote from Jeff Bezos. He said, your brand is what people say about you when you are not in the room. When you are not there, what would your brand be talking about? When you are not there to defend yourself, your brand defender. Listen very attentive as I explain. Global clients does not know your personality. They trust your signals. Their signals are their payment channels, their funnels, whether it's from the digital payment gateway and all that. They understand consistency. They understand clarity and authority. Reviews will speak where people go to speak about their service or products. Google review and some other platforms have been able to see how they experience you serving them. That's what we're talking about today. So, of course, your professional presentation, as I'm speaking to you today, you watch me and you validate me. and then you use my service, or you use my ideas and my educational weekly podcast. You have to be consistent, show up, educate publicly. If you want people to know you, who you are, is what you talk about all the time. The Google and the algorithm will recognize who you are in the marketplace. And that's where the war. Listen, visibility is the new currency. Well, I'm going to give you the practical part to win. If you're in the room, type structure, and don't forget to like and follow. Do not watch this video without commenting and saying something that you have benefited from the series of videos and live podcasts or live YouTube that we've been doing. Listen, jumping from cryptocurrency to drop shipping, freelancing, AI, Amazon to Forex isn't ambition. It's distraction. Success does not come from chasing every wave. It comes from choosing